today we're going to learn how to make the Stella Cup. I started out by texturing some slabs, and the tool that I used to texture the slabs is this wood block. So I pressed into the slabs with that texture and then really stretched them out a lot. So here's a resulting slab. I want to have these just about a quarter of an inch thick. And then make a template. So this just happens to be a coffee cup from Starbucks. We cut it open and flattened it out. And so this will form the template for the Stella Cup. The cup is called a Stella Cup because the person that showed it to me, her name was Stella. So that's why I named it that. So take the template and just put it down on top of your slab. And we're going to cut the slab longer than the template. So I'll hold it up and show it to you in a minute. Using a fettling knife to cut with, and then see how much longer I'm making the slab than the template. And then I'm just going to trim off the ends a little bit. So here's the slab of clay I'm going to work with to make the Stella Cup. On this cup, this part here is going to be the top of it, as opposed to that freestyle cup I showed you the other day, which was oriented this way. This is going to be the top on the Stella Cup. So we need to make that edge lip friendly. So you can take a putty roller and bevel down the top edge a little bit, and then bevel down the two side seams. So when it overlaps, it won't be too thick right there. Score the two sides that are going to join together. And while you're at it, you might as well score the whole bottom section here. The Stella Cup ends up having either 3 or 4 legs, your choice, and you'll see that in just a minute. Add some water, and then score again. So that you've built up a slip on the surface of the clay. And then if you'd like to use this to build over a French roller, just to have a little support while you're joining, that's fine. And then if you want to re-imprint a texture on that seam, now is a really great time to do that. Now we're going to slide it off of there. So this is going to be the top of the cup. This part here that's all scored, what we're going to do is pinch it into feet. So on this one I'm going to put 4 feet. So I'm just pinching this way. It's already pre-scored. And squeeze it this way. And you'll have usually like a little opening in the bottom there. So you need to take a piece, one of your scrap pieces. That's why I always keep all these little scraps as I'm building cups, because they come in really handy. So a little scrap piece. Then just scoring it. And then score this section right here on the bottom to receive a little patch. Add some water. Score again to build up a slip. Just add that on to the bottom. So it ends up looking like that on the bottom. And then on the inside now you need to do a little repair work on the inside there. So holding it from the bottom here with one hand you can take a tool like a wooden knife, because it's really wet in there already. You could probably just spread that clay around. Thanks. That's okay, Nico. You can come back in here since you were in the video anyway. And then, so I smoothed it over a little bit, but now just to give it that final strength, add a little reinforcement coil. So usually what I do is make 2 coils and I crisscross across the bottom. So here's my 2 coils. So I'm going to crisscross them and then join them into the base. And this will give it more strength. So see how I've crisscrossed it? And then once again, hold it from the base as you're smoothing out that seam. And you can also wait a little while and do this when it's a little more dry so that you don't misshape the Stella Cup as you're doing that. Okay, so now it's ready for a handle, and you can spread out the legs a little bit more if you want, or you can even kind of pinch them out so it looks like it has little feet, and then add on a handle to it. So I'm just going to do a simple little strap handle on this one from a piece of clay I have left over. So that's a little sharp on the edges, so I'm just smoothing out those sharp edges. And then kind of figure out about where I want to put it on here. Maybe I want to do a little more fancy handle here, curl up the ends. Like that. And then I'm just going to add it on to the side. A little bit more curly. There we go. And remember, it's going to shrink 12%, so I want to make it a little bit bigger right now than what I want as a finished product. Okay, so that little handle, maybe I'll go there, maybe I'll put it there. It's a little bit too wet right now, so I'm going to set it on its side and let it dry up to leather hard, and then I'll add it on by scoring and slipping.